Hello, it's Michael. In this video, we're going to work on order of operations. Some people will be learning it, some people will just be reviewing it. It's important for school, for your math classes, for science classes. It's important on the SAT and ACT and other standardized tests, and some people need to use this at work. The video will also help you with those Facebook challenges about order of operations. So this will help you get them right and explain the correct answers to other people. We're going to work through 15 examples, and then I'll give you 15 at the end, and you can work on those, and I'll give you the answers. Now, how does the order of operations work? We need to think about reality. For example, we need to think about money, how we work with money. And for arithmetic, temperature is also a good thing to think about, but we're just going to focus on the money here. So, what do you do with your wallet? If we had to put everything in our wallet before we ever took anything out, what would be the point of having a wallet? With a wallet, we take in and put in and take out as it happens, in order. If we wrote that down, the order would be from left to right. We do not add everything before we ever subtract. We add and subtract as we find them in order from left to right. You know, you got some money in your wallet, you spend some more, you put some in, you put more in, you take some out. We do those things individually as we find them in order from left to right. Same thing with a checking account. We don't have to put everything in before we ever take anything out. If we did that, why bother having a checking account? Or in business, if you have $1 million business and you buy $400,000 businesses, do we do 1 million plus 100,000 and then multiply by 4? Is that how much value we have? Clearly not. The $400,000 businesses are worth 400,000, so we add 400,000 to the million. We do not do 1 million plus 100,000 multiplied by 4 to get 4,400,000. Clearly not. So we multiply before we add. You could think of similar scenarios with division, addition, subtraction. Or what about the human body? Think about that. Do we have to eat everything we ever eat before we ever take anything out? Clearly not. Everyone knows that. You know, so we just think about what occurs in reality. We can make more sense of this. We should not look at this stuff platonically, as it is unfortunately too often taught. Remember, the order of operations is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. The thing at the bottom is a sentence diagram that could help you understand, or not understand. We talked about understanding. That's by looking at reality. This could help you remember the order that these things come in. And I'll talk about that in another video. So, as we saw in our examples, we add and subtract as we find them from left to right. You do not do all the adding first. We multiply and divide as we find them from left to right. Multiply and divide before you add and subtract. In this video, we're going to work on these 4 operations only. We're not going to do any parentheses or exponents. Here are the 15 examples that we're going to look at. If you'd like, you can stop the video, work these out, and then check your answers in the video and listen to the discussion to make sure you understand them. Or if there are only a few you want to look at, you can scroll to that part of the video. I've got numbered slides for each of these, so you could find 13 and the exercise that goes with it, for example. So, first one, 100 plus 15 minus 45. We add 15 to 100 first, and then take out 45. You have 100 in your wallet, you put 15 in, you got 115. We take 45 away, you have 70 left in your wallet. Next one. You have 100 in your wallet, you spend 45, you spend 32, you put 200 in. Clearly, we're not taking out $232. That's ridiculous. We know how this works. We just need to do things in order as reality would say. So we take out the 45, we have $55. You spend 32, you have $23 now. You put $200 in your wallet, you have $223. So we do those in order as we find them from left to right. Number 3, again, only addition and subtraction. Multiplication and division we'll do a little later. So we're going to add and subtract as we find them from left to right. 45 plus 230, we get 275. Then when we take the $78 out of the wallet, we have 197 left. We take 42 from that, because we spend 42, we have $155 in our wallet. Next example, multiplying and dividing. So we want to multiply and then divide. If you loan someone some money and you get back 3 times the amount, and then you divide that among 4 people, what do we get? Okay, well, first of all, how much did you get back? You loaned someone 8, you got back 3 times your money, that's $24. You divide it among 4 people, how much does each person get? 24 divided by 4 is 6. Now, of course, if you want to stop this as we do each one, do the math on paper or on a calculator, if that makes you feel more comfortable, of course, do that. Next example, 42 divided by 6 times 5. So you're going to loan 1/6 of your money to someone, and then you get back 5 times that amount. Okay, well, we can't do 6 times 5. That wouldn't tell us how much we get back. That wouldn't make sense. We don't get back 5 times $6. We got to see what 1/6 of 42 is, and that's 7. It's 7 that you loan someone. They do some business, make some money, you get back $35, 5 times the amount. Next one. You've got $84 at home, you take half of it with you. You meet a friend on the street and loan him some money, you lend him half of what you got. He makes some money, gives you back 3 times what you loaned him. How much do you end up with? Well, clearly we don't do 2 times 3 first. How much do you take from home? Half of 84 is 42. You took 42 from home. Okay, well, how much did you loan him? You loaned him half of the 42. So it's 21. And then how much do you end up with? 63. So clearly we had to go from left to right because that's the order in which things occurred. To multiply first would totally mess things up and would not give us the correct answer. Next one. So, as we've seen, multiply and divide as we find them from left to right. First, 100 divided by 5. That's 20. Then we do 20 divided by 2. Half of 20 is 10. Multiply that by 16, and we get 160. Divide that by 4, and we get 40. And you can check that, as I said, if you would like. Next one. We're going to mix them up. 18 plus 3 times 3. So let's pretend there's such a thing as a $3 bill. There's not, but let's just pretend, just for the sake of this. So you got 3 $3 bills, and you add that to $18 in your wallet. How much would you get? Well, how much are those 3 $3 bills? That's clearly $9. Now we know how much to add. We could not add until we figured out how much we needed to add. We end up with 27. If you would have added first, you would have got 21. And you multiply that by 3, and you get 63. And you clearly ain't going to have 63 in your wallet. You'd have 27. Next example. So you have 3 $2 bills, and you add 4 $5 bills to that. How much do you have? We've got to multiply before we do any adding. 3 $2 bills is $6. 4 $5 bills is $20. Now we add those, and it adds up to $26. Next example. You have 19 $5 bills, and you add $1 to that. So we got to see how much the 19 $5 bills are. Well, 19 times 5 is 95. 95 plus 1 is 96. You've got $96. Next one. Same thing turned around. This doesn't change things. We still have to multiply first. So you start with $1, and add 19 $5 bills to that instead of the other way around, it doesn't matter. It's immaterial to the answer. 19 times 5 is 95. 20 times 5 is 100. We got 5 less than 100, so it's 95. You put that in with the dollar, it's $96. Next example. 32 divided by 8 plus 42. Okay, we got to take an eighth of the 32 first. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 4 plus 42 is 46. That's $46. Next example. Remember, divide and multiply before you do any adding. So we take a ninth of 45 and get 5. And then we do 4 times 5 and get 20. And then 5 plus 20 is 25. $25. Next example. This one and one more to go. So before we subtract, we must divide. 88 divided by 8, that is 11. 20 divided by 4, that is 5. 11 minus 5, that is 6. So our answer would be 6. Last one. 32 plus 2 times 4 minus 50 divided by 10. So you have $32 in your wallet, you add 4 $2 bills, and you take out a tenth of $50. Let's say you go to a restaurant with 10 friends, you just buy some drinks or something, it's only $50, you split it among the 10 people evenly, how much would you need to pay? Your part. So, it'd be something like that. So what do we do? First thing we got to do is see how much the 4 $2 bills are. What are we adding to our wallet? 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, $8. And then 50 divided by 10, how much would we take out? We'd be taking out 5. Okay, and then 32 plus 8 is 40. 40 minus 5 is 35. And yeah, we could have done 32 plus 8 and got 40. That's what we do with our wallet. And then done 50 divided by 10 to get 5, and done 40 minus 5. But either way, in this I'm just following the order of operations strictly. Now you can try more of these if you need to. Got 15 coming up. If you feel good about these, you can try some harder ones. I've got a worksheet on my website, and those have some that are a little harder with some parentheses and exponents. Not the hardest there can be, of course, but just some may be a little harder than these. Here are 15 you can work out. In the next slide, I'm going to have the answers to these 15, but these are a lot like the ones we did in the video. So here are the answers. Okay. And some harder ones are on my website right there. You can go to that web address and find them. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this informative. Hope you have a good day.